What do we have for Gemini? The Fool, card 0 at the foundation of the reading, Gemini. The message that I have for you is that it's taking you longer because you're doing it the right way, and that you don't need to explain yourself to anyone that doesn't add value to your path. Gemini, there's something that you have been working toward for quite some time now, and I feel that there's been a lot of stop and go regarding this. However, this has all happened for a very specific reason, and it all has to do with the experience and knowledge that you were to acquire before you actually have this breakthrough. It's like being held back from something when everybody else is moving forward in that area. And though it feels like you're getting the short end of the stick, or that there's something wrong with you, or you just don't have what it takes, once you get on the other side and you actually step through that portal into this new beginning, you're much further along than those that have already been there. Now, there's also a message I'm getting about you needing to stop letting old wounds write new chapters in your life. This is going to show up different for all of you, but you won't have to think too hard in regards to how this might be showing up for you. It could be someone that you need to let go of. It could be a behavioral pattern. It could be a mindset. It could be some sort of hope that you have that maybe something will come back together, but it's truly not in alignment with your highest good, and could be what is blocking you from stepping into this new portal and embracing this new beginning with the Fool card at the foundation. What do we have at the sacral, please? Perfect. Judgment, Pluto, Scorpio energy at the sacral. Okay, so here's this awakening. Here's this rebirth. This is essentially you once you've crossed through the portal. There's a perspective shift that you're going to have as well, Gemini. You're going to enter into this new beginning and look back, and everything is going to kind of crystallize to you. Everything is going to make sense. It's one of those moments where you say to yourself, had I only seen it just like that sooner, maybe I would have gotten to this point I'm in right now. Exactly. You needed to gather all of that experience, and this is what is going to arm you to be able to conquer this new level in the game, Gemini. I'm also getting something here about all of this supplying you with what you need to have staying power regarding where you're going. You know, in the Sag reading, I was getting a message surrounding breakthroughs that are coming for them as well, but they have faced so many setbacks, or they have put so much time and energy into a certain space, and things just haven't quite taken off or hit the way that they really should have. And it all has to do with the fact that they're not allowing their truest self, their authentic self rather, shine through. Now, it's slightly similar in that something needs to be changed up here, Gemini, to get the breakthrough, but I don't feel it has anything to do with your authenticity. It has to do with some sort of excess energetic baggage that you are dragging along with you, which is causing you to show up as a lesser version of yourself. Interesting. This could really speak about, let's say, for example, an individual that maybe you have in your life that you are trying to take with you to this new beginning, but this person's really holding you back. The divine is basically saying to you, no, this is for you. It's not for them. They haven't put in any of the work to share in your new beginning. They need to work on their own new beginning. You know, something I've noticed with certain Geminis is that they try to actually take people with them, people that haven't done any of the spiritual work to up level. And these people essentially guilt trip Geminis and end up holding them back from their true north. A lot of the times this is family members, people that are very close to them. And so they get guilted. They think that they need to supply this person with their happiness by sacrificing some of their own. Wow. You know, this can be very difficult to get perspective over when it is a family member, especially if they're older than you, maybe a parent or somebody who was an authority at one point in your life. You want to respect them, you want to trust them, but you need to really pay attention to what these individuals are capable of harvesting in their own life now. Simply put, you will know them by their fruits. It's like somebody who paints themselves as one thing, but inwardly there's something completely different. Now, in some cases, this is the divine encouraging you to finally accept a truth surrounding this individual so you can actually have your breakthrough. And what's so interesting here, Gemini, I feel that this directly connects to what I said at the beginning of the reading about not having to explain yourself to anyone that doesn't add value to your path. So not only is this person essentially creating energetic drag for you, but they're not even adding anything to it. All they're doing is guilting you. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Wow, look at this energy. Magician. Gemini, Virgo, energy. Card 0, card 1, judgment. Gemini, once you figure out where this energetic drag is coming from, or rather you finally accept this truth, you're going to have a massive breakthrough here, because the judgment is really speaking about the realization. That's you accepting the truth. And then the magician is the resulting energy, which is you now finally realizing your own potential and turning your visions into reality at that solar plexus position, which is you having the confidence to finally say no, create some sort of boundary with this energy so you can finally align with your true north and become the person you were always meant to become. You know, Gemini, I'm starting to get something here with this individual, and I don't like it. It's like somebody who is holding you back, but gets on your case about being behind in life. This is a form of gaslighting. And this can be referred to as somebody that drains you energetically. See, gaslighting seeks to checkmate you. It wants to tell you that the reality that you are perceiving isn't true. And when you're younger, this can be detrimental to your development. It can plant a lot of deep-seated subconscious insecurities, things that you don't even know are really there, things that don't unearth themselves until you begin to get older, because you didn't even understand what they were to begin with. I'm picking up something very nefarious here, Gemini, in regards to what you may have been dealing with. I'm feeling a lot of psychological abuse, to be completely honest with you, which makes sense because you are a Gemini, you are of the mind. So the way people are going to try and get to you is by playing with your mind. And in some cases, depending on who this is, they may not even realize they're doing it. It's just a learned behavior that they picked up as well. And most likely, they went through the exact same thing when they were younger. But this is called breaking generational karma. And you are being tasked with breaking the chains. What do we have at the heart, please? King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy at the heart. Now, this King of Swords follows what we're saying here perfectly, because this is you finally putting an end to whatever this is here you're dealing with, Gemini. And this King of Swords from this deck also incorporates the Ace of Swords. So an energy of raw power and victory. And in a lot of cases, this is not going to be an easy thing for you to do. But I really feel strongly, Gemini, that you are being faced with two paths. You have two options. You can go towards your dreams, your true heart's desires, your north node, only if you cut the cord with this energy. Or you can continue down the same path you've always been on with this energy and head in the direction of your south node, essentially repeating the same karmic patterning that you have already overcome in your last life cycle. I'm also hearing something about this energy cowering when you stand up to them. It's almost like they were waiting for you to do it without even realizing it. It's like finally standing up to a bully, and the reaction you get from them is not what you expected at all. It's like somebody who has been at this for their entire life, and when somebody finally speaks up or stands up to them, it sets them free. All they wanted was for somebody to finally tell them, no, we're not doing it your way. We're doing it my way. Well, I'm picking up something very, very deep-seated with this person, Gemini. It's actually kind of sad. I don't feel that this person wants to be this way anymore. They want to change. They just don't know how. But I feel that you are a gift in their life. You're the one who has the power to rewrite the script simply by setting a boundary for yourself with this person, because nobody else has. What do we have at the throat, please? Tower, Mars, Aries, Scorpio energy at the throat. Wow, again. Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy at the third eye. Perfect. Now, see how this magician, we're behind you, it's almost like this hasn't happened yet. We're a fly on the wall, right? Watching what you're about to become. getting a little peek into the future of what is yet to be. And then right here, now we're in front of you. You're there. You've made it. And this is right at the third eye position. So this is all connected to your vision. So this vision that you have, this true heart's desire, you actually pull this off. And the tower right here is the resulting energy of this King of Swords. This is the destruction that you bring. This is the boundary that you set. Oh, wow. And I just heard, when you do this, you're actually going to set that other person free. I just heard so clearly, I didn't want to be a monster anymore, but nobody had the courage to stand up to me because they couldn't see that I was actually a coward. We have all major arcana here and set for the King of Swords. This is a thunderous energy that we have here, Gemini. What do we have at the crown, please? Six of Cups. Wow. Scorpio energy at the crown. So I was just mentioning something about your previous life cycle and how not going towards your north node is you repeating the karmic pattern of your previous life. This Six of Cups here is now telling us that when you take this action, you actually complete the mission. It's all connected to this. Six of Cups. Finally overcoming the past is what I just heard. And this connects to the message that I said about the need for you to stop letting old wounds write new chapters. And I just heard, Gemini, no one will hate you more than the people that hurt you. The reason for this is because you can eventually move on from this kind of betrayal. But typically when somebody betrays you, that sticks with them because karma, that's a karmic consequence, guilt. You may be thriving and moved on. You've forgiven, but you haven't forgotten, but it just doesn't affect you the same way it once did. And that's what success does, right? When you start to have success in an area of your life where you didn't get support, all your energy goes into that success and you're no longer concerned with all of the things that people did on your path to try and hold you back. But those people now have to live with that. And that's all a result of you actually stepping into that successful chapter in your life. This can be seen as the scales tipping in your favor. And this is the result of you being so focused on your path and not worrying about all the things that once held you back. You're just ready to push forward. But not those people, Gemini. They are drowning in the guilt of what they did to you, what they put you through, the lack of support. They spent so much time comparing you to others. And now you're in spaces where others are being compared to you. Amazing. It's like you were right underneath their nose and they didn't even realize what they had in you. Everybody else could see it but them. Thinking about the story of Jesus. In his own town, nobody thought he was special at all. It wasn't until he left. The phrase, a prophet is not without honor, except in his own hometown. There's something big here, Gemini. This is a chosen one kind of energy. Okay, you were sent here on a mission to accomplish something, not only in your family lineage, but beyond. And this is a perfect example of just that. This is always something that you don't realize until you're on the other side of this energy as well. You start to recognize the purpose and the meaning in your path. And that's what I feel here. This is a massive energy, and it's very beautiful, Gemini. Because even though you faced a lot of challenges and criticism, the way everything is beginning to unfold now, the purpose is undeniable. And then right on the bottom of the deck, I have the Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups. Okay, so this Knight of Swords is an energy of deliberate cruelty. Okay, exactly what I'm picking up here. Seven of Cups. An energy that wants you to feel like you're dreaming. You'll never pull this off. What do we have at the foundation, please? Six of Swords, Aquarius energy at the foundation of the reading. Sheer. Now, this Six of Swords here is an energy of carrying baggage, which looks very opposite from this energy here, because clearly you look very light here. You're carrying a very small kind of satchel with you, right? So this is you having released all of this baggage, everything that's holding you back, cutting those cords. But this energy here is you holding on to it. So these next few cards here are showing us what lurks beneath, what it is that you are actually breaking free of now if you haven't already. This is a kind of spiritual bondage, principalities. Now, the way this can show up in your everyday waking life is through other people's treatment of you or your own limiting beliefs. This energy here wants you to feel like you can't move forward without them, that they always need to be a part of your reality and what you're doing. Essentially, this is the common denominator in your life, Gemini. And I feel that this is one of these energies, one of these people, one of these limiting beliefs that has been the cause of the lack of growth you have seen in your life in regards to this particular area up until this point. Now, the way you handle this is finally to recognize that and move on from it. You don't blame it. You must take full responsibility because you allowed it. And you chalk it all up to more gathered wisdom and experience to where you're going. A true chosen warrior of the light does not stick around and point fingers, does not blame others for their own lack of growth. There's a difference between blaming others and recognizing it. Yes, you can recognize that another person may have caused something, but you then have the power in your hand to make the necessary changes to continue to push forward. If you're to engage with that energy and point your finger, this is you allowing that energy to still hold you back. And that's them or it essentially still keeping you in an energy of victimization. And that is the last place you want to be when you're trying to succeed at anything in your life. Because even when an action is taken against you that you had no control over, you still have the ability within you to move on from it and not allow it to disempower you any further. Four of Wands, Aries energy at the sacral. This just followed what I said because this is an energy of now moving on from this energy. This is also an energy of arguments. Okay, so exactly what I am saying here. Engaging with this energy keeps you in that space of victimization, right? You're facing off with the energy. How could you do that to me, right? That's exactly where they want you. When the proper approach, obviously everything is circumstantial. This is a general reading, so place it as it fits. But an approach here would be, you know what? Okay, no worries. Time to move on. I'm wishing you all the best, right? You pack up and you're on your way, period. These are the kinds of energies that you never, ever get closure from. You never get to the point where you have some sort of peaceful resolution. It's not possible. Their whole purpose in life is to keep you in that space where you're always seeking something external from yourself. Recognize this, cut it off, and move on with your life. Some people are just here to drain other individuals of their light, Gemini. There's us, and there's them. And I just heard for every chosen one, there is an enemy that lurks behind them. Too many cards. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Valak, Wheel of Fortune, Sag energy at the solar plexus. So further reiterating the message here, the Wheel of Fortune from this deck, this speaks about negative external forces that are creating instability and stress in your life, keeping you from stepping into this energy here. And remember, we're looking at this from the back, like we're a fly on the wall, right? You're not there yet. You still need to cut off this energy here to get on the other side of this, so now you're out in front of it. What do we have at the heart, please? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, Deka Rabia, finds an unfair cost at the heart. So now we're beginning to see this energy for who they really are. Okay. This is a very self serving, lazy kind of energy. Somebody who's very stubborn, very obsessive, over controlling the flow of energy in your life. See how they're holding the scales there, right? And whenever I get this card, I always think about a couch potato, right? Just somebody who just sits around telling everybody else what to do, but they don't do anything. It's like this person is legless, but it's just a projection because these are all things that they should actually be doing in their own life. And I feel that this has been going on for so long, Gemini, that it's just gotten to the point now where they can't even hide it anymore. But they don't know that. For them, it's just business as usual. They're just acting the same way they've always acted. But people are older now. People are wiser and more hip to the way this person is. And they've just sort of become this pathetic shell of a person that they once were. I'm also hearing something about this person not being able to keep up with their own lies, but it's so far gone that it's one of those people where you almost feel bad calling them out. It's like you feel sorry for them. And a part of you also doesn't feel like having to engage in a debate with them, right? It's one of those people where no matter how much evidence you have on what they have done, they deny, right? Everything. They have an answer for everything. It's also the kind of person, I don't know why I'm hearing this. This might actually resonate with some of you out there. It's like somebody saying something in a text and you have the text as evidence, right? And so you show the text to them and maybe there's other people involved or something, and they actually look you dead in the eyes and they say to you, you made that text. I never texted that. It's fake, right? Something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but there's something in the realm of that here. And this person actually believes their own lies. Pathological liar. It's just a part of who they are. It's a sickness. I'm also hearing something about, obviously this person just has never taken accountability. It's one of these people that also never says sorry, right? A huge character flaw. And then we have the King of Cups, Rochelle, restitution. So your success is your restitution here. And see how right here, it's like that's you, right? You have the wings. And that individual there, it's like that's them. Now they want to say sorry, right? Now they want to take accountability. It took all of this because you're in a position now, or you're going to be in the future, where they are actually going to need you. For some of you, this could certainly be an elderly parent, could be a sibling. I'm hearing it could be a friend as well. Take it as it fits. But the overall theme of this reading is that when all is said and done, this person will be high and dry without you. I'm also hearing something here, Gemini, about in a past life, it's like this person was a kind of minion to you. If you were a lord, they were a peasant, right? And then in this life cycle, they pretend to be the lord and treat you like the peasant when it's actually the other way around. What do we have at the throat, please? 9 of Swords, Gemini, that is your energy at the throat. Hariel, the comforting God. Purification, protection from the impious religious sentiments. Unbelievable. So exactly what we were just saying. So now we're seeing this energy here. See how they're trying to hang on for dear life, right? Right there and even right here, they're jumping on your back. It's like these people never respected you. But now I just heard God is going to force them to respect you. You may move on, Gemini, with your life and be so focused on what you're doing, but these people will think about you every day, all day. It's all a part of their karma. They need to learn their lesson in their treatment towards you. These individuals, whoever they represent for all of you out there, they did things to try and tarnish your name. They wanted to keep you small because watching you grow put too much of a spotlight on everything that was unhealed and broken within them. This is somebody who must be around other broken individuals to feel better about themselves and who they are. They refuse to look in the mirror and do the work necessary to get to where you've gotten to, or at least get on the path. What do we have at the third eye, please? The Magician again. Wow. And the Ten of Pentacles. Unbelievable. Gemini, we have 3 magicians in this spread. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decks on the table. Nethea, the generous god, spiritual wisdom and magic, helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. So this goes back to what I said about all of this unfolding in your life so you could gather this wisdom, right? It's all a part of you being able to access this now. But it's just a matter of getting to the point where you finally realize, okay, enough's enough. Now we charge forward in the direction of this, right? You were meant to go down this path. You were meant to deal with these people, this limiting belief system, whatever it is, because of everything that you have to gather, which is what we established earlier on. And now it's being confirmed again right here. Magician double stacked at the third eye. So the third eye is all connected to your vision. The Magician is you turning your vision into reality. Your vision and turning your vision into reality, double stacked. Very powerful, Gemini. And then to close out the reading, we have the Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Manadel, the honorable god. Inner and outer work. Help one keep their job, protects against disasters. Now, this Ten of Pentacles here is all about your legacy. This is what you are building. So on one hand, you are breaking the chains of this spiritual bondage, this generational karma. And then as a result, you are stepping into your power and into your legacy. This is the energy of somebody here who leaves something behind. You leave a mark. I just heard, you leave the world more beautiful for having been in it. And I can't think of any better way to end this reading. Gemini, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Gemini. Take care.